Switching into my personal organization, my workspace that was created after I purchased credits, I am now able to create new brands. Here, for example, I can name my brand, explain the industry, provide my website, country, languages, and other information. All of this information will help to custom tailor the production pipeline to the specifics and the specific needs of this brand or of your customer if you are a video agency that is creating this brand for their own clients. Right here, I have an example brand with an example project. When I start a new project, I need to upload my footage. Here you can see the footage library now with the analyzed material. Closing the library, we are starting our first project by selecting this footage we have just uploaded. Here you can see that you can select or deselect characters and it will automatically deselect all of the other settings and actions, meaning in the background it deselects all of the clips in which this character is featured. This way we're working with a smart asset manager, one that has a deeper understanding of the footage, one that can basically interface with the footage on a level that can make broader strokes, but is also able to go into the details and understand what's happening in each clip based on categories that make sense. For example, character settings, actions, etc. Now I'm clicking on select all, and then I'm proceeding to the story wizard. Here, I can select information on what I want to include in the video. I can provide the length, the duration of the video as I want it, what the video is going to be about, what kind of video and what language, for whom, what for. This is all guided, but it's not necessary. You can just delete it all and write your own things. And you can provide any kind of additional context to this system. Alternatively, you can always also just upload a PDF if you already have like a screenplay or a storyboard or something written down, a full kind of script written down. Once you provide the information, it will take your information and it'll make a compromise between what you provided and what the footage provides. So it will generate stories for you, generate story suggestions that leverage the footage provided. So any story that is being suggested is a story that is possible with the footage that is backed, that is in the context of this story wizard. Here you have a final overview with the project details, story concept, and selected assets. And we can start screenplay generation. Once you're in the screenplay editor, you can change the order, rearrange some clips. You see each of these clips are arranged by their individual scenes, where the scene description is here. You get individual shot descriptions of what happens. You get alternative shots that you can switch around. For example, if it's the same take of, or like if it's different takes of the same thing happening. And if there's too much redundancy, you can also throw some clips out. And if you feel like it, you can add new shots or delete even entire scenes or add entire new scenes. As a next step, then you finally go into the rough cut. However, if you like, you can already export the stage you're at now into your editor. For example, Premiere, Resolve, Edit, any kind of format like this works. Here we are in the rough cut editor. This should be a familiar environment for any kind of video editor, as you can just delete clips or cut them at points, split them, remove, the snippets that you've taken out, and then adjust. You always see for each clip which segment of it was used, which you can also adjust right here. And then you have a preview of what the video is going to look like. Here again, you can export the video into your preferred video editing environment, or alternatively, you move ahead to the last step, the final step, that is rendering the video.